Hey everybody, welcome to the Primula 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Gandorf Primulon, Chris.
Ross.
That fucking reset shit, boy.
Greetings and salutations.
All right, so we're coming to you on
Yes.
a cool ass Friday, and we're gonna get straight down to business. If I can pull up my list of topics,
Correct.
so I can go through them in a formulaic manner and not natural at all, like our conversations.
How natural.
So hip hop, we don't have much. So who gives a shit? I see something about Ariana Grande sued for posting pics of herself without permission.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Guess what?
I do.
How famous do you have to be to have permission to post photos of yourself?
Depends
That's
what your
pretty
deal
famous.
that you're in is. If they own your image, you're...
Oh, I thought...
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought she posted like some paparazzi photos that somebody else owned.
So isn't her image like very tanned Lolita Latina?
Yeah, kind of.
What does Lolita mean?
Okay, Chris, start over.
God damn it. All right. So our Ariana Grande, or Grandy, apparently that's how she pronounces it.
Really?
Ariana Grande.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Just I bet you, because she got so much shit
Can I
for
be-
cultural appropriation.
I'm gonna be serious for a second. When I first saw her name and had never heard it said, I'm like, it can't be Grande. That sounds stupid. That's what I thought to myself, and then it was. And I was like, what?
Ariana Grande.
She's not even Latin. She's not Latina. She's
Italian or something.
even-
Like
she's
that?
She used to be pale as fuck.
Yeah.
But now she's getting darker and darker and darker.
Spray tan.
Yup.
Can Ariana Grande be sued by Taco Bell for appropriating the Grande meals?
I hope so.
Word, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Or the Grandy meals.
Ariana Grande, they're coming for
Maybe
you.
she can go stay at the resort, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty slick. But yeah. So
That is nuts, though.
the photographer, I guess, owns the photo,
Yeah.
and then once you post it without paying the photographer, whatever, I'm here to say if I'm in the picture and I'm the subject of your photo, I'm posting that shit all I want to, because without me, there would be no photo.
You can't do that, though. That's just not how it works.
Is the photo
depends.
already something that's been out there?
Is the
or-
photo something unless the guy paid her for the photo, I don't see how he owns it.
Well, she shouldn't.
Right?
She shouldn't have been able to get her hands on any photo without the transaction being completed.
Yeah.
So it was kind of stupid on his part somehow how she got the photos.
Yeah.
Because normally they watermark it or something, or they just post it on a website as a temporary thing that you can go look at, but you're not able to copy it or anything. You could screenshot it, but there's still watermarks and
That
shit.
is kind of. I kind of want to know how she got a hold of the photos if they were someone else's property. Does it make sense?
Never mind. I was gonna make a sex in exchange for pictures.
Oh Jesus!
You can't do that. Not in 2019. Why is that frowned upon?
For pictures?
Why is that frowned upon?
The thing is, though, as far as pictures are concerned, unless she was compensated for it, there should be no claim of ownership by the other party.
Right.
Wait,
That's what I think.
claim of. Wait, what?
So let's say that there's some guy that's fucking just sits outside your house, takes a picture of you, claims that that's now their property when they didn't pay you to have your image.
Was it a paparazzi photo?
See, that's what I don't know.
Oh, okay. I see. We don't even fucking know that. Why are we even arguing? Because if it's a professional photographer, then yeah.
I think there's merit.
photo shoot.
I think there's merit if it was like she hired the photographer, they came in, they took pictures, and then she didn't pay them, and then still use the pictures. Like if it's some rando shit, like if you take a picture of me and I like it, I'm gonna post that shit.
I think paparazzi do own the rights to their photos,
Which
too.
is stupid.
Which makes sense.
Yeah,
they
I think
create
it's-
it, but
anyone can fucking take a picture of something.
that's why that's why they have a business though, like where there's 10 paparazzi, like a ring of paparazzis around people. If it wasn't profitable, no one would fucking do it.
Well, you see, the issue
So they
with
gotta
that
have.
is you
They
just
have
gotta,
rights. Paparazzi have fucking rights.
until they
Oh,
just,
believe me, if I was president, paparazzi would be outlawed. But
oh
pretty
wow!
much same.
Man, start.
It's like that doesn't even
Roddy
fall under
2020,
that doesn't even
right?
fall under the scope of legitimate journalism. What paparazzi do?
No.
So why the fuck
It's
is
like-
it a thing?
And
Because
then
it's
it just-
vulturism, but it's like
it just fuels a fire for more people to worship celebrities, and that dynamic is fucking stupid.
Here we go. I'll pass a law that says if someone doesn't like you doing it, they can do whatever they want to you. They can fucking beat the shit out of you.
They could have security just
exactly.
Well, they do beat the shit out of them, but they usually get sued.
And your camera can be destroyed if they feel like
and then they have to pay for it.
Then guess
too.
what? No, I'm saying make it so that it's your fault for being there.
Yeah, but it's all about photos in public. Like they can't go on your property and take photos.
They literally look over the property line with cameras and take pictures.
A photo that's taken in public should be public property. Honestly,
If you get to say it's a public photo, then why the hell could you be able to sue the person you took it of for using your photo?
Well, photography is considered art, and you own your own art that you create. So if you take the photo, you still own.
Yeah, but if the person didn't give you permission to take the photo, usually you get in trouble.
That's like sovereign nation shit. Like that's like if you're in public,
literally, like for example, if
you have to adhere to certain laws. If you don't like it,
if you're filming with the camera in public and someone didn't
shit.
want you to fucking post the video with them, you're supposed to blur their face out or you get in trouble. They can sue you.
Yeah. Or you can go the Marilyn Manson route.
Maybe that specific state.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that all over the place, but...
Well, there's got to be... Well, because they're able to do it. They're able to take pictures of celebrities without their permission.
Well, I think there's some bullshit laws that say if you're a celebrity, like, all that gets thrown out, which is stupid.
Yeah. Do you think that's what it is?
I think there are. Like,
maybe it's only like a private citizen or something.
That, or you got...
Could we Google
pictures,
this? Does
pictures of like JayZ and Beyonce? Like, if you are around them, you have to sign a release that says if I release any social media shit or if I talk about any of the stories about being around them, like I owe them money. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways that you can do that, but I'm just like, if you're gonna take a picture in public, it should be public domain.
I found a Quora article that will load in approximately 5 minutes that hopefully will give us... Oh, it loaded. Holy shit. All right. Let me read something from a stranger on Quora called... His name is Todd Gardner. Experienced in copyright from a photographer's point of view and legal requirements. So take this with a grain of salt.
Correct.
It is not illegal. Not is in caps. It is not illegal to use someone's photo without permission. Not in the United States, although I hear that in Germany is toying with the idea. Okay. So ignore that because that's irrelevant to what we're talking about. That wouldn't even make sense. How would security cameras work since they are sharing images of people with the security staff? In fact, why would newspapers have photos at all? There are no privacy laws covering this in the United States for photography in a public place. What you are thinking of is a specific use promotion. You cannot use someone's image to promote a product, company, organization, or cause without their permission.
All right, pause. Go ahead.
Aren't they promoting themselves by using the photos?
There's more.
Okay,
a model release is generally the form used to record this permission. More about personality rights in this answer. If someone takes a cell phone picture of me without my consent, how can I make sure that they've deleted it? That's a different article. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. As for your added comment about blurring the face of bystanders in reality TV shows, first of all, note that newspapers and live or pre-recorded TV news do not do this, nor do sporting events. Again, this is not required by law. So why did reality TV shows do this? There's a huge difference between legally right and avoiding lawsuits. You have to prove you are legally right when you get sued in that time in court. This is...
Okay.
So he said nothing. This guy said it's perfectly legal to take a picture of a person when he or she is in a public location. You can then take that picture and put it in a magazine or in a website, etc. You do not need permission. This is the case for the general public as well as celebrities. You may not use this picture as a way of promoting a product.
All right. What was up?
There was a thing I saw online the other day, and it was actually from Minnesota, where some guy like came up to some couple, you know, of like I think the guy was a black man and then a white woman, And he said, they look cute. He wanted to take their picture, and they told him, no, we don't want you to take our picture. And then he said something about it was his right to take the picture, and he took the picture and drove away. Mm-hmm. He put it on a flyer, like condemning mixing races and shit like that, and was handing it out with their picture on it.
That was a guy from Princeton, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Well, that's promotion. Jeez. He can get sued then.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
because he's promoting an idea.
That's ridiculous, though.
But maybe is it only specified to product? I'm sure states have specific laws, but they said promotion of a product. But that's promotion of an ideal.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Is that a product?
I don't know what you can even do about it.
Is religion a product? Clickbait. I'll put that as the title of the episode. Yeah. It's clickbait.
But I just thought it was interesting that, you may say, oh, it's fine, but then, look at what that guy just fucking did.
Look at what he do.
So is it fine to take the picture and we have to be stringent on what we can do with the picture?
You can't.
Or is it not fine to take the picture is what I'm saying if we could have our way with the laws? I don't want
You're asking what we think is okay?
Personally, as individuals, yes.
Oh, shit. No one's taking pictures of me, so I don't really care.
Well, I mean, realistically, if they point something at you in their hand that's black and has some sort of button on it,
that's a gun.
Exactly.
That's a gun.
You start blasting.
In the law's eyes, that's a gun.
Right?
You shoot, but you stand your ground.
Fear for your life.
Yep.
Or they have those signs where
someone runs up on me, I fear for my life.
Yep.
But the thing is even during times where you're going into buildings, this building is under video surveillance. You will be filmed the entire time you're in this video.
Yeah, they tell you.
Yeah, that way
if you walk in there, you're consenting to it because you have been informed.
Yep.
Hey.
Right. Yeah, I think more places should be like that. And
are you saying that I think a paparazzi should have to have a sign that they hold
right,
up?
I'm paparazzi. Avoid me.
Here's Todd Gardner again. Every photographer can sue those who distribute their photos without permission. The subjects in a photo have no right to that image. Only the photographer owns it. Using any photo without permission is copyright infringement.
I think that's bullshit.
So why do they not have to go and copyright the photos like everyone has to copyright everything else that they make?
I think they do.
I doubt it. What if you literally just took the photos?
Like that guy.
You saying he went and got that copyrighted quick and then she posted it?
Dryad, the guy who made our logo, he had to copyright it, I think.
Sounds like a load of crap, but okay.
Like fuckery?
Yeah.
There's fuckery afoot. But yeah, I think...
You gotta understand, copyright laws are basically made to
It's just as ridiculous as those people who
one must demand in writing to cease and remove the copyright photo from usage.
Well, how is he suing then?
Apparently, because once it's distributed, they can't stop it anymore.
It's cease and desist, so...
I don't think they bother with it. I don't know.
But man, take your $12 and move on. I take it as a big up. She posted.
How much money? They have to make a lot of money off photos. Because they also paparazzi also antagonize celebrities to try to get a rise out of them.
I know exactly.
To get good pictures
riddle me this: what if you wore a miniature EMP that destroyed every camera?
Oh, you'd get sued. You'd be in trouble.
Destruction of property.
There was a guy who had a phone. He had a phone jammer in his vehicle because he didn't like seeing people on the phone driving, and he did that for years. He's getting sued for $300,000.
Well, that's different. That's different. That's the FCC.
That can block emergency.
That's what they're saying.
That's different. That's the FCC. This is just
Yeah, you cannot.
Is it really different though? If you AMP someone's property,
they don't want people to have that technology that's not them.
They basically don't want people. It's basically vultures. People who are paparazzi are just vultures.
Yeah.
Just.
In the terms as I see it, you could probably have a cell phone jammer on your own property, immobile, but once you start moving with it, you're disrupting too much shit and possibly emergency services. So they say no.
Yeah, right. On your own property, they'd be like, well, if someone walks onto your property and has to make a 911 call, you're interfering with their ability to do that.
Yeah.
But they would be trespassing and breaking the law themselves, which is illegal.
Well, people can, if they break into your house and then they get hurt doing it, they can sue you.
Man, a lawyer needs to contact us and let us know.
Correct.
Well, we need to
talk some legal
We need
shit.
to get these laws actually to make sense.
We all need to run for government.
In my opinion.
Ross wants them all cut and dry. Paparazzi, no.
Yeah, like yes and no laws.
I want to make a segment of the show called "Get a Life," where each week I like focus on somebody who needs to get a life or like a profession.
You know
or
what?
something.
Yeah.
What else other than
secret.
paparazzi do
Here's
you
the
feel
secret.
that
If
way?
you want someone's
there's
photo
plenty.
for,
I suppose.
like, say,
Debt collectors.
if you want to take someone's photo, you have to cut them in at a percentage.
Yeah.
There we fucking go.
Yeah,
Yep.
as soon as you
Problem
take a
solved.
photo of somebody that you could potentially make money on, they can make money off that photo.
Right.
And then
Because without that person's image, what the fuck
Yeah,
are
you're
you?
not making any
Yeah.
money without
and
that.
then
the
you
fuck are
have
you?
and then you have
Correct.
celebrities like JayZ and Beyonce who sell their own photos to
Then you
Yeah.
take a photo of like 5
Outlets or
celebrities at
whatever.
once and they all get a cut of it. You're like, oh no!
Your cut is 0.
they're getting part of the market because they're
Yeah, and it's like somebody got in trouble for taking a picture of JayZ and Beyonce's kids. Like that's how crazy that shit is.
Yep.
Why isn't it like that for everybody? Like
because it's copyright for
if
them. They didn't own the picture, I guess.
if I'm looking shitty in Walmart at 6 a.m., you know what I mean? I want people taking my picture and distributing that.
I want to
shit.
know why people give a fuck about a baby picture of a celebrity.
Because people are
It's
they worship
super
celebrities.
like taboo kind of thing. You're not like it's someone else's like child. Like why the hell
Well,
would you take a picture?
well,
of them?
JayZ and Beyonce had no problem monetizing their child. Neither did DJ Khaled.
Was the child like fucking less than
Well,
2 years
they're
old?
to be fair, JayZ and Beyonce will monetize any fucking thing they can get their
Well,
fucking grubs on.
to be
so.
fair, Drake did have some trouble monetizing.
But
his
to be fair,
Hey, yes, Drake attempted to
be
monetize
fair,
his child.
they are the guardian of that child, so they can do it.
Yeah, they
You're
have the
saying
right.
someone else can do
a
it? Why?
rando.
I don't care.
The best thing that you can do.
I mean,
the
that's
best
back to the
thing you
picture
could do
thing.
is if someone took a picture of your kid, you phone them in for being a pederast.
Yeah.
If you're, I don't know if that's gonna fly in court. Well, then you get in trouble for fucking
Sometimes-
slander. And shit.
Sometimes just accusing a person of something is enough.
That's
You know what
fine.
I mean?
And then they're like, okay, call the cops. I'm a paparazzi. You're a celebrity. Blah blah blah. And then if they take him to court, he wins. He gets more money. That's.
He ain't gonna
Do
get
they
no
want
money
that?
out of me.
Yeah,
But if
nope.
you're so mad at them, like the celebrities doing it themselves is bad too. Then
What do you mean?
Because
what were we talking
if he
about?
wants to keep coming taking pictures of me, he's going to keep getting booked for being a petter that he has to prove himself innocent of, and he's going to be like in the system a few different times.
like the parents monetizing their own children because they're celebrities.
Well, the issue with that is number one, they are the legal guardian of that child.
Mm-hmm.
And until that child is either emancipated by the courts
Mm-hmm.
or comes of age, the parents basically own them.
And then too,
Just
like,
picture Honey Boo Boo when you think of
Child
this
star.
this discussion.
Well, her parents fucking sold her the fuck out. That's different.
yeah.
Look at
They,
that-
I mean, these guys are doing it too.
Well, look at that kid on YouTube, like who like tests like toys and shit like that. Who has like a big, he's got like a big toy deal with Walmart. You know,
Yeah.
his parents are in on that shit. You
Well,
know?
to be fair, a lot of those kids want to do it themselves.
Yeah, but who was the first one who said it? Let's put him on camera.
There's a famous-
Let's make some money.
Yeah.
Stacy pointed one out that
Who's Macaulay Culkin's parents? I'm kidding.
my sister pointed one out that that there one of the YouTubers that opens toys, some girl was on toys now in a store in Walmart or Target,
Yep.
wherever
Yeah.
the fuck we were.
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, this little girl watches her. I know her."
I think there's like a boy who
Yeah.
like does it that I was.
But
talking
it's
about.
like,
Ryan or something like
Yeah.
I
that.
mean, I'm sure the parents don't mind the extra fucking income
Oh,
they
yeah.
get to make.
Well, and then with
But the
child
difference
stars
is
too, like
you
child
condoning
actors
your
and
child
actresses.
doing that.
I think it's
versus-
just exploitive.
Exploitation.
It's all about.
Exploitation.
It's all about more about like parents like are more likely to like not like a stranger's more likely to not care about the kid's well-being. I
No
guess
shit.
in the
Yeah.
in the situation. Like
Yeah.
that.
They want money.
Yeah,
And if the parents are making money off of it, maybe the kid will see some of that at some point. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
That's just fingers crossed for the kid, I guess.
Right, right.
Good luck.
I mean, you gotta think, especially in JayZ and Beyonce sense, like Blue Ivy, not even including the twins, like has probably seen and owned more expensive shit than I have in my life, and she is super young. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just quality of life. But back to the topic,
Perks of exploitation.
I don't give a shit about Ariana Grande. I just thought the dynamic of that conversation was crazy as fuck.
It's really
Yeah.
stupid that you don't even own yourself.
Yep.
Yeah,
We talk way too long on that stupid
crazy.
shit.
that's
We
crazy.
ain't got much hip hop to talk about.
Right.
So
So, Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to bring up the other topic.
Yeah, you do.
You can if you want.
The marathon clothing is still selling. People are still giving money to Nip. That is Nip's family. That is fantastic.
I was gonna say.
You know, I like when people pour out and figure out that you can support someone and support someone's business without a GoFundMe, and it's dope. I think it's really dope.
I just want to get into a whole tirade with this now. But I'm not going to. That's why I didn't want to bring up the subject. Nope.
Do it.
We're moving on.
You have to do it.
We're moving on.
You can't just touch it.
I will not be called a racist today.
So basically, though,
I don't think it was going to go
just as an
there.
aside, if there is a sign that says no flash photography, there's no way they can actually enforce it. Does that sound about accurate?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
I mean,
Well then.
Wait, what did you? I don't know what did you say?
Like if you put up a sign that says no flash no photography or something like that.
You don't own public property, so you can't do it. You can't make your own laws in public property. So.
But if some...
You see all I said, if you go out on public property, you have to adhere to the...
You see all these people
to the
taking
laws of the
pictures
public.
of
What if
people
you're
in
in
their
your
own
car?
backyard and shit.
Yeah,
though,
for sure.
You're in
Up
public.
on a balcony or some shit. Yeah.
People can't go into your car, but they can... If you have clear windows, they can look in your car.
Yeah.
A guy at Walmart...
What if they take a
guy
picture
at Walmart
from
could
someone
sit here
else's car?
hovering 1 millimeter into your car window and look inside your car if you wanted to.
What if
At that
what if
point,
they
you have
take
to
it from
weigh,
public?
do you fear for your life or not?
Yeah.
You feel, yeah.
I don't know.
That's-
seems stupid.
It's laws. Laws are pretty stupid.
It's the absence of law.
But they have to try.
Yeah, to me, it's the absence of
No,
law.
there's laws for it, just not in the way that you want. There has to be some sort of balance because if you take rid of paparazzi,
Not really.
then you can't have you can't take pictures of
I
your
think
kids.
the way the public works is if you do something that upsets somebody else,
You're
gonna face
talking.
the consequences for it.
If you get rid of paparazzi, flash photography, whatever, you do that. Suddenly, you can't take pictures of your kids in the fucking park.
That's not true.
You can take pictures.
That's
of your
true.
kids,
The law is all about balance. You can't just have it skewed directly one way.
So there's-
unless it's like an extreme, like murder bad. Well, they have degrees of murder actually.
Okay.
So
Then we'll do the selling and monetization of the photos to like tabloids and stuff like that.
Yeah. So not actually taking the photos.
Yeah, not actually taking the photo.
Because like there's some.
But then-
a lot of that monetization of the photo requires the consent and the
But then, what's the
compensation of
difference
Right.
between a tabloid and a legitimized magazine? Then
Well,
you can't sell photos at
I'll
all.
solve it for you. Tabloids shouldn't exist either.
It's
How
like
do you?
a slander
Yeah,
magazine.
but that's like the law is so complicated. How do you discern that a tabloid is a tabloid and a magazine is just a magazine?
Without people.
you have
freaking
to
out
like
about
Magazines
government
have
censorship.
sensationalized
to be
articles
fair,
too.
you have to say whether you're like a tabloid or not for your business when you like register what you are. So there
But
you
it's
go.
but a tabloid's just a
A
magazine.
tabloid is considered entertainment, not actual journalism.
Yeah.
But then what is then a magazine is too? Just a regular
Not
magazine.
necessarily.
You
Sports-
talking about
Sports
magazine
Illustrated
like
is entertainment, but
Cosmopolitan
they're
or
also-
magazine
Yeah.
like The New Yorker and shit
No,
like
like
that?
Cosmopolitan and shit like
There's
that.
actual
like
journalism in
GQ.
those magazines,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, well, maybe there isn't tabloids. I don't know. Maybe that's how they get by with all the sensationalized shit is because it's for entertainment purposes
technically
only.
we're a tabloid.
This is a fictional magazine.
Yeah.
See the
Well,
laws.
that-
It's all. It's
an
so
actual-
fucking
Damn.
complicated.
Okay.
Fuck the laws.
Okay. Tabloid magazine companies, get a life.
Get a life.
And paparazzi.
Paparazzi, get a life.
And McDonald's employees.
Don't get a life because I need my burgers.
Make my burger right.
Oh my god. Okay,
Fuck
bleep
yeah.
that one. We love you. We love you, McDonald's and McDonald's employees.
Them fries better be done.
That's true. There is a location that I frequent often.
Yeah.
They can't cook fries.
Bruh, I got to a McDonald's location
I'm pretty sure
that's
their
not the
fryer's just
same as
broken.
yours. I got there and I'm like, yo, let me order this and this and this. And they're like, we actually don't have any fountain drinks. I'm like, what? How is that a thing? So you're gonna replace my drink with a bottle of water or something like that? No, we just don't have them. Charges me the same price for the whole meal.
I would be swinging.
Like, Where else are you gonna go though? They got the market corner.
Is that like that prices of participation may vary thing?
I'm not fighting McDonald's.
Like, we don't participate in fountain drinks.
Or like or when we went
you gotta tell me where this place is after.
Oh yeah. Okay. Or when we went, it's the same place that we went to.
We're in central Minnesota. What is it? What place is it?
Hold on. The thing is,
we don't live at that place.
I have to get this out though.
Okay.
This is the same fucking place where we were going on the Szechuan quest. Then they were like, "Oh, we gave it all out in the morning." You're not supposed to start giving that shit out till like noon.
Oh shit! The Division one?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like I'm furious with that.
Maybe
place.
they're fountain.
I'm fuming with this
They
place.
don't have fountain drinks at the.
They did. Maybe it's just broken.
Or yeah, it was just broken.
Okay,
that
broken.
And they didn't offer like anything out.
Any alternative.
Wow,
they didn't offer a discount on the meal.
Well, at Wendy's, like in replace of your pop, you can get like a milk or a juice or a bottle.
But they
of water
made him
or some
pay
shit
full
like
price
that.
and didn't give him an
Yeah.
alternative.
Yeah, or like, hey, do
Apparently.
you want a free upgrade?
I would have talked to a manager in there.
Throw in
Like,
an extra fucking cheeseburger.
I would have cut
something
my
like
hair like it is now and say, "Let me speak to your manager." Back to the marathon thing, though.
Yes.
because we're done with law. No,
That
I
is
don't want to. No, because
crazy.
that's
Are we
that
ever really
terrain.
done with law?
That terrain will be a half-hour minimum, and I don't want to do it.
All right.
Okay.
So that's it for hip hop news. There's
Yes.
not much going on. We're not doing a review show yet for albums, so fuck, we're gonna be talking about those. Even though you want that from us specifically, my extremely
For us, by us. Oh, wait,
my
By us, fuck you.
yes,
boo-foo.
boo-foo. By us, fuck you. Anyway, my unbiased reviews. That's what you want to hear. So I'll get those to you. So does anybody have anything that they got going on in hip hop? What do you guys listen to? Anybody listen to some cool ass hip hop that they haven't heard? Any cool experiences with hip hop that you may have had?
I've been listening to.
Did you click on one of the what?
The Baby a lot?
Is that the chick from Catch Me Outside?
No.
That's bad,
No.
baby.
Same thing.
The Baby is a rapper from Charlotte, North
Is
Carolina.
it a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He apparently used to be named Baby Jesus.
Why? These rappers, why do they shoot themselves in the foot with fucking names these days?
The thing is
So
I don't
wait
know. I don't have the answer to
I'm
that.
a little
So at
pumped.
some point he's gonna be rolling through the hood and they're gonna crucify him.
It's
Right?
gonna happen.
Oh, shit.
The thing is like his antics and like when I listen to him, I'm like, okay, this sounds like a real gangsta ass dude. He talks about gangsta shit, and then when I look on these articles, it's like
Christian rap.
the Baby was just acquitted of charges in a shooting outside of a Walmart. That blah blah blah, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, he's actually involved in the stuff that he talks about. How safe is that? But it's still cool music.
It's never safe.
Yo, is he the rapper who shot the guy at Walmart?
In front of Walmart?
No,
Allegedly.
I think an Entourage shot at an Entourage or some shit.
Oh, God.
He wouldn't be involved. Who cares?
This was this guy getting directly charged, and then
Some Ray Lewis shit going on.
in my humble opinion, he was not involved. Because I don't have any facts. I heard about this, but I wasn't going to talk about it because I didn't know who Bad Baby was. So
It's not bad. It's the Baby.
Catch me outside.
Baby.
How about that? All right, Rod? How about that?
holy shit.
She better have a song called that, by the way.
How about that?
Yep.
How old is she now, Ross?
Well, 16 maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, you would know.
Just
You
a
fucking.
No, I'm just guessing.
Fucking baiting this guy. Just bait and switch.
Alex wouldn't fall for that.
He was like,
God.
nope, not saying anything.
Okay, so I've been recently. So, what have you guys been playing for video games? I know what he's been playing because he's a fuck boy. But what have you been playing? I'm just joking. What have you been playing, Ross?
Same old.
Just Pornhub.
Yeah, cue up the Pornhub.
All right.
Ross is like the only hip hop
Like, yes.
I heard today was watching those BBC videos on Pornhub.
No, I'm good.
It sounds
No,
like,
I'm good. I wasn't offering.
it sounds like stirring mac and cheese in there.
What?
Google it.
No, don't Google that. What the fuck, dude?
Oh man.
We're not cutting that one. That was gold.
No, it's great because it gets thicker as you stir it.
Oh,
This guy doesn't know what we're talking about. Oh shit.
I've had macaroni and cheese.
Okay, have you made your own fries?
I don't want to see now. Now I don't know how to answer that. Now I don't know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about, but now I'm not sure. So that's as far as I'll go.
That is fantastic.
It sounds like never mind. So, Chris, what have you been playing? Any mobile games still playing?
My oldest is getting me to play PUBG a little bit more with him, and
Like the phone one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
The fucking easy mode one.
Just a,
Is it possible?
Auto aim one or whatever?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to aim at them before they aim at you, or you still lose.
Still the
right?
battle of like auto aim.
it's like, oh, yeah.
PUBG's way better than Fortnite.
Yeah.
So just get your kids
Yeah,
a
for sure,
computer
for sure.
or an Xbox or PS4 because I think they all play PUBG and they're just getting PUBG.
Speaking
timed-
of
it was-
Xbox,
It was timed
Oh,
exclusive.
Go ahead.
shit.
Go ahead, Ross.
Do it.
What about it?
did
do
you
it.
see that Microsoft and Sony have established a partnership for gaming and cloud services?
What do you think that will entail?
If I
Because
remember,
it was just an announcement I saw.
yep. Well, I'll click on it and see what it actually entails.
Sony's gonna host their
Let's
streaming
speculate.
console on Microsoft's Azure cloud service.
That would be funny.
They plan on sharing technology and information going forward, but building upon shared infrastructures for future initiatives.
So what it is?
Wow, what?
They're basically settling in.
It says
so,
it's specifically focusing on consumer entertainment platforms like gaming.
because you know how like when there's like 2 or 3 players in like a market, they'll just like split it up and so that everyone's happy or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing. They're just dividing the pie up and just being like, here we go.
They
Wait,
will jointly develop
stagnation.
future cloud solutions with Microsoft Azure as part of it.
Microsoft.
So PlayStation wanted their technology.
Yep.
But what trade does Xbox get
And working
then?
together on semiconductors and AI, it says.
So
Wow.
basically, what
You
this
don't want
is,
Cortana.
So basically,
want
what
Courtney
this
in your
is the
PS4,
same
right?
thing that Samsung and Apple are doing. We'll take the best things about a Samsung. And
I think
put it in an
I think
Apple.
what it is Sony's like their gaming platform's been doing great, but almost everything else has been like having issues, like their TVs and everything else. And Microsoft is one where they were losing their like gaming stuff, but everything else they're doing is going great. So I think they're gonna be all like, hey, let's
What
like,
else are they doing that's
It's
going
kind of
great?
like, hey, Sony, let us use Spider-Man and we'll teach you how to make a good movie, right?
What else is Microsoft doing that's great? Like they're gaming, like Xbox isn't.
the computer market that they've always had a fucking corner on.
Well, that's for operating systems though. They're not making
Also,
that much money just
Microsoft's
off.
They
Azure
develop-
cloud service, like they have must
Have you,
have
not,
maybe they-
have you not
maybe they
watched the
leased that out.
Microsoft commercials with Common on them, where he explains all the things Microsoft does?
Was it cell phones? Was it the Zune?
No, it's the ones where they
Fucking Zoom.
they show like, oh, you can use our technology, like a what's it called? A restoration guy's using it to restore some like historic building and shit like that.
So they have more specific software.
Yeah, they have all kinds of crazy
Okay.
shit that they work on.
I'm PC. I'm Microsoft. Like I'm all about it. So.
Microsoft's like super like getting into
Not to
innovation
mention
right
how
now.
I wanna know,
Microsoft,
like-
they're doing the one platform
Sony's
now, where
been
if you
pretty
have it on
stagnant.
PC, you get it on Xbox too and shit like
Yeah,
that.
because they know that consoles are dying, man.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Sony needs-
that's anecdotal.
Sony doesn't like
Consoles are basically becoming like low to mid-range PCs nowadays. So
they're
like,
falling behind in innovation. Sony, I think, is their main problem.
Well, yeah, because their next gen, they're like talking about releasing their next gen like next year.
I meant like their other stuff other than computer like consoles and stuff though. But
Oh yeah, their TVs,
Yeah.
their cell phones.
the only division that actually makes them money is their PlayStation. Like,
Yeah,
gaming
pretty much.
division.
And that can't be holding them up that much.
What's funny is they sell the PlayStation 4 at a loss for years, and then they make it up in software sales, and they're still afloat. So.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they got their shit together with other product, like not having it, like
you
the
think-
Sony Vaio, the laptop that costs like as much, if not more, than a fucking Mac. Like, don't do that.
do you think they
Because
just
you're not Mac.
Do you think they just understand that like if either one of them like disappeared, it'd almost be a monopoly other than having Nintendo?
Nintendo won't die because of fucking weeboos.
But like that's not like the same
It's
kind
not
of
even
gaming.
weebs. It's not weebs. It's
Nintendo-
dude.
Yeah, it's man.
Nintendo's like not the same kind of gaming
weebs.
though. Like a majority of what they release is different from like what PlayStation is.
Honestly, I don't understand how Nintendo's still doing anything.
I think
Oh, did you see
Nintendo makes games for people who are not gamers. Like I have a Wii.
They have
I'm
like
not
3
gaming. I have
IPs
a
and just dick
fucking-
ride it to oblivion.
Did you see
You
that
gotta understand.
Did you see that the
There are
Switch?
so many people that'll be like, "Oh, I'll get a Nintendo just for Mario Party to pull it out once in a while whenever we're entertaining."
Yeah.
Did you
guests."
see that the
Like, you know,
Switch?
that's it.
The Switch has outsold the PS4 in Japan now,
Oh yeah.
and the
That's
PS4 came out
insane.
way before it.
Yeah, that's insane. You're gonna be able to hear that. That
fuck is that?
don't mind. That's an air compressor running. That I guess is on for some reason.
I'm like, who's starting a Ranger back there?
That's what she said.
So you guys keep talking. Bring up the
Okay.
next topic.
Sounds
I'll
good.
go shut that off.
The
Excuse
air
me, I'm gonna walk
compressors.
into the camera.
Right?
You get to see
Eye contact.
But apparently, I guess they've worked on stuff in the past together, but just not as like open, like I think as now.
yeah.
So what is the market feeling like? Is that like kind of trying to inch towards being a monopoly? Do people say, "Hey, we're gonna get the best of both worlds
Well,
now"?
see,
Like,
the
I think
issue
they
is
figured
it's not a monopoly if both. Well, actually, yeah, if both. It's kind of like how broadband companies will just divide up the pie,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just so that everyone's getting
I think they
cash,
might
essentially.
understand that there's enough out there for both of them. Like if they like just like
Yep.
do it right.
I gave him the butt jiggle. Ross, go ahead and bleep that
Is that your
or
butt?
highlight it.
But twerking.
No, I lifted up cheeks and I was like, bloop, 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 bloop.
That shit is funny.
So I shut that off. So spoiler alert: there's an air compressor nearby. Yep, because it's in our house.
Yep, money
our
on
mansion,
the dresser.
our mansion
Grab a
in central
compressor.
Minnesota. Oh, top-notch hoes get the most, not the lesser.
Yeah.
I know where he was going with that.
Very great.
I have been forgetting what we were talking about. For one, Switch
We talked about the
finished
Switch.
it.
Yeah.
Done. Switch is doing shit. No one knows why it's doing shit because they don't release games for it. It's just
no,
a place
that
to
attitude.
dump indies that aren't even top selling indies. It's
And,
just
and,
that.
and some remakes.
It's a fucking indie graveyard. That's it.
Well, I mean,
like
hey,
great.
Blizzard said
Or
they want
ports,
to
I
put
guess I
more
mean.
games on.
I
it,
own
so
one. Don't know why.
Just wait until you
great.
Just wait until they port the Warcraft 3 Classic to the fucking Switch.
yeah.
You just do tower defenses on
That
the Switch.
okay.
In your bed.
Okay, that would be cool. But you can't do that. It's point and click. You can't do point and click shit. Fuck that. You can't do point and click shit.
Well, they have Diablo 3 on there. Anything's
Diablo
possible.
3 isn't point and click. It's shit city. Diablo 3 is a simplified version of a perfect game, and it is trash, and everybody knows it's trash, but they won't admit it. But they fucking know it's trash. If you can play a Diablo game on a console,
I'm sorry.
it
but-
means you fucked up.
I'm sorry. Anyone who would kill Deckard Cain just out of spite, like, is fucking.
Yeah, fuck you, Wang. Wait, Chang. Ross, bleep both
Calm
of those.
down. You just offended 500 million people right now.
And we're back. No.
Just gave them both barrels. Just like not even half cocked, just both barrels.
God damn it,
Point
Ross.
blank, both
Ross
barrels.
is like, you're not drowning him right here. God damn.
Shit. Oh man.
Do that staying in.
That's your call. That's your call. Anyway, I have been playing Mordhau.
Yep.
It is a... Well, I Alt F4'd last night, so it's now a trash game. But I was enjoying it for the short time that I... No, I wasn't... I was kind of enjoying
It's
it.
like. The thing about the game is that there's always going to be people who, like, try to, like, min-max, and then you're just like.
What's min-maxing? I don't... Like, you can be good with any weapon. Like,
You can
there
be good
is-
with any weapon, but
there
you
is
roll
okay
around,
balance.
You roll around with the Pavish shield and just like no one's gonna kill you.
I don't know what he's talking about.
The big shield that goes on their back so you can't hit them from behind.
Me and Chris have been... No, I've killed people. I know what you're
It
talking
takes
about.
a
I've
couple
killed
people like swinging at the same guy.
You just aim for the head and go boop. over the top.
If they're any good, they'll just repost.
Me and other Chris, to put this in perspective, have been in the top 4 for. I think we did bad our first couple games, and then we are now in like the top 4 for every single match that we've been in for Mordhau. Okay, top 6.
Secrets.
I'll give a little bit of.
You just play a footman. You just fucking just stab with the spear, like headshot.
That's what I started to learn. That's how I got better. Because I started with the spear, I was swinging, I was stabbing. There's so much. What we're talking about for. Those of you who are still here for some reason, Mordhau is a first person or third person if you're a basic stale bitch.
Doesn't Alex play third person?
Basic stale bitch. But it is a medieval hack and slash game, I guess.
It's a combat simulator.
Yeah, combat simulator. I guess it's not necessarily hack and slash, but you're essentially. You got your loadout with your weapon, whatever armor you got, and then you guys just fight for points or fight team deathmatch or whatever, and you essentially...
There's a battle royale I've never done, but...
Yeah, you essentially just fight a shit ton of people.
Just fucking, like, there's archers, there's people with spears, there's people with
it's all medieval.
I heard there's like trebuchets and
there's Zweihanders. There's a shit ton of weapons, different types of weapons.
Executioner sword, you end up killing more of your teammates than the fucking enemy. But like, no, the best is when you're at night and like you're against another armored guy, just kind of like in a duel, and you just flip the fucking sword and go at him with the fucking.
Dude, if you end up at 1 point left, you just go to perks, friends. 50% less damage from friendlies or whatever.
I haven't actually made my own class. I've just been rolling around with the...
oh, fuck. I've made like 10 classes. But
I didn't know you could make classes because you didn't really
it's essentially like you could do a lot of shit in this game with just a fucking mouse. Like the speed, like the acceleration and deceleration, the speed at which you swing... Like your arc of your swing,
I'm pretty sure
you can counter.
The way to always hit is just to swing downwards towards their legs, because they're never gonna try to fucking block or parry or fucking chamber you. Like if you're swinging at their legs, you know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Well, we'll get into that, but you can. I mean, this is a game where you can essentially counter attacks. You can repost. You can
riposte or riposte.
You can feint attacks. Like it's a
live
pretty
out your Game of Thrones dreams.
I'm just literally running.
Yeah, it's a pretty in-depth combat simulator.
You can even make season 8 like play it out on the game. No, I'm just kidding.
You haven't heard me, but I'm just sitting here just like hitting people. I'm like Simon Toyne. Just
I heard that's what you keep saying. Yeah.
Just shouting Simon Toyne when I'm downing people, dude.
Like, It's insane what you can do in that game.
It's insane what the top 1% of players in that game, you can't even fucking touch them.
What pisses me off is there's always one match where there's usually some fucking level 100 or level 40 who actually can kill me in a 1v1, which is rare. I usually do not die in a 1v1.
The best are the fuckers who take 3 fucking fire potions and then they go refill during their life and they get.
Yeah, I've tried that build and it wasn't. I went 0 and 6 because I just killed as many teams as I could.
A good archer, if you can actually put out decent A lot of people are wearing at least a level 1 helmet, so you can never one-shot them in the head.
Yeah.
But anyone who's not wearing head armor,
I haven't tried an archer build yet because it's I don't want to sit back.
It's pretty tough to actually hit people from far away. But
yeah. I did a throwing knife build and that was pretty fun.
The short spear, the throwing, that I fucking can't.
Oh yeah, and weapon range is a thing. Actual range of your weapon. It's not just I attack them, it connects. No, the actual length of your weapon is where it hits. Yeah. And you can hit R to even adjust the grip to a secondary grip or throw the weapon, depending on what weapon you have. So when I have my spear...
Using the Zweihander, you can choke up on it to fucking
yeah, and you attack slightly faster. So when I choke up on my spear, I lose range, but I can stab faster. And it's it's insane. But most of the time, the majority of this game is, oh my god, there's someone... And then you get into a little 1v1, and then their teammate comes from the side and hits you in the back, and you die. And it's like,
I
awesome.
saw a guy that
running.
Alex was fighting. This guy, he started out fighting 2 guys and he was just blocking everything. And then he like ran and those 2 guys were chasing him. Then like 2 or 3 other guys came in front of him and he sat there for like a half minute to a minute, like just blocking everybody.
That's insane.
I was just like, what is this guy?
The best thing I've ever done in that game is I actually 1v4'd in the game, which is they even they almost got a full circle surrounding me.
Yep.
And I actually fucking killed all 4 of them, which is the best I have personally ever done.
It depends.
Let's be clear, I'm only like level 9.
Are you like windmilling with the Zweihander? Because if you're trying to like block them all, it's like pretty
No,
fucking...
it depends. I usually do maul. Right now, I usually do maul or spear. It depends how I'm feeling. Team deathmatch, I usually do the spear for 1v1s because the reach is nice. But for like doing the battlefield point grab thing or whatever,
So which map?
I use them all. I don't care about the map. I just kill people and I do good.
Everyone knows camp is the shit, dude.
I just go and just run. Like, we were getting pressed back one game and I had my maul and I'm like, whoop, crack a head open, next guy, crack a head open, next guy, crack a head open. Jeez. I killed like 6 people in a row, pushed them back, and then they respawn, they come and kill me. My team never pushed up.
Yep.
They never pushed up. I literally killed 6 people and ran through their line of defense. No one followed me, nothing. And I'm like, yeah, let's get them, guys. Look left and right. And I'm like, there's nobody here. Anyway, well, that's
literally like Roddy playing League of Legends. Where's my team?
Yep.
Oh, and
that's me,
the reason I alt F4'd last night, and I probably might go back, I probably won't go back, is the griefing in that game is fucking stupid as shit.
People on your own team.
And your own teammates will grief the fuck out of you. You have a lot of people with the loot that will just sit there and play. And then you'll have people on your team that are, I've done this before, that are just headbanging with the loot guy.
Yep.
And then the enemy team comes up and kills all 3 of you for fun. Yeah.
The best
He's
is
like,
when the guy is like, hey, let me ride the horse. I want to loot on the horse. It's like, fucking someone could actually be using that horse for something productive.
Yep. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, the horses are completely unbalanced and fucking stupid shit. Like, it's like, oh my God, we need to take care of these horses. Oh, wait, we only have 1 archer on our team.
Yep.
And I'm like, and then one game, horse guy comes up, the archer's like backpedaling, he's like, I gotta hit this guy. Misses him, guy's like, halberd head off. And I'm like, okay, fine. I go over, I pick up the longbow, he turns around, and I'm like, Robin Hood. Pop him right in the fucking head and he falls off. And I'm like, that's all you had to do. And I go back and I pick up my maul and I get right back to it. I'm like, that's why I'm top 6, baby.
Oh, God.
Because I fucking know what I'm doing.
Top 10%?
No, but there's people there's little catapults and ballistas that you can shoot.
Yep.
And people will just launch the catapults into your team like all the time. If you're near an enemy, the catapult's gonna hit
danger
you.
Close, man.
Yeah, and then our team wastes time going to kill the teammate that's on the catapult. Like, without fail. If like you team kill with a catapult like more than once, people just turn around, run back to the catapult and start attacking you until you get off it.
Yep.
Or they just kill you outright.
Yep.
Or destroy the catapult or something. Like, people do not tolerate it. But the thing that made me alt F4, I was having a bad game. I was playing with other Chris. And I was having a bad game. I was playing against him, and I always beat him in 1v1 because he's trash. And no, I'm kidding. He's okay. But I usually beat him. But I died, and I was having a bad game already because I was probably testing a new weapon or something. I spawn, and there is shield walls in a circle around our spawn point. A guy spawned and just spun in a circle and put up shield walls, or like the walls with the little slots in them, that like a little barricade thing. Yep. And that's the only spawn. So he literally just spawned it off, and then there's another guy on our team like trying to break him, and I couldn't get out, and I'm just like, fuck this fucking game, alt F4'd.
Those are the things for archers. They have the slot and like the wooden where you...
Yep, some fucker. It's just the trolling and the griefing is just, it's way too much right now in that game, so I hope they fix that. Anyway, I think you would like Mordhau.
How do you fix trolling and griefing though?
Well, there should be a better report system, but there's not.
Okay.
Like, you can vote to kick people from, like, I don't know if you can do it for the opposite team anymore, but you used to be able to, like, kick people from the opposite team.
Nice.
And then everybody on your team's like, yeah, fuck that blue guy. And then they kick them, and you don't know if they did anything wrong. Mm-hmm. They just, they're doing too good, and it's like, kick. I think they fixed that, though. Right. That was one of the issues when they first started. It's a highly rated game on Steam right now if you like combat simulators or want to swing around a sword. Imagine Oblivion, but with complex combat, and that's kind of what you're looking at.
Imagine trying to chamber someone, but, like, it's fucking impossible. Like, right?
Which one's the chamber one?
Chamber's
Is that where you copy their attack?
Opposite, like,
exactly copy their attack.
Them, yeah.
Yep.
The only thing that's easy
I've
to
done
chamber
that once.
is a stab. If you both stab, like, it chambers it, but it's...
Kicks are completely useless
actually,
unless it's actually against a shield user.
In Grad, you know, kind of by the stables or whatever, or the blacksmith up top, there's the fucking the stairs that go down to where the stables are down there or whatever.
Yeah.
I Sparta kicked someone off the fucking the and they fell down and died.
That's awesome.
So I mean, kicking is really just if someone keeps blocking you, you just throw a kick in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun shit you can do in that game. Okay. It is an extremely basic game, but it's fun if you like that.
The worst is when you like fall for the fucking feint.
Ross is like
every time, every
we
time.
have more to talk about. But
that's true. We have a lot.
Every time, like someone faints, I'm like, oh, block, and they're like, tricked you. I'm like, oh.
Yep, fainting. Okay, that's it. Bye, Mordhau. Okay, Ross, go.
No, I was just saying we need to move on.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Okay. Peter Jackson turned down Aquaman twice, stating that he wasn't a fan. So he doesn't like Aquaman.
That's pretty funny that they asked him a second time.
Well, James Wan did a pretty
And he literally
good
told the guy, like, dude, you already asked me. I said no. Like, it's literally what he said to the guy.
That's funny.
I still wanted to see that Kevin Smith Superman film be made.
Oh, yeah, from like the 90s or whatever it was.
He used to have a giant spider, and then later the guy produces Wild Wild West, and in the third act, what do you see?
The giant spider.
Giant spider. God, Kevin Smith, man. Oh, Jay and Silent Bob reboot. That's going to be great.
Oh,
who's in that matters again?
They have them. Jason Lee is on board to play Banky Edwards.
Well, yeah, because he's not doing anything.
They probably get Affleck again. Maybe. If that bridge isn't burned.
I don't know why he would have burned it.
I don't know.
That'd be hard.
But, God, who else? There's someone else that was in it that mattered.
Justin Long is going to be in it.
Method Man. Method Man's going to be in Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That's cool.
Shout out to METHOD Man.
That's dope.
Cool. I can't wait to see that because I was a fan of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I don't know if that type of humor can hold up anymore now that the weed culture is
kind of mainstream now.
Yeah.
Well, I think now more or less they were trying to lampoon the early superhero movies with that one, and now they're going to be lampooning remakes and reboots and fucking sequels and shit. So
I'm down for that. Horror master John Carpenter ready to end his 10-year directing hiatus.
Yes.
And he said something along the lines like, when I come back though, I don't want to be restricted by budget. Like when they give me, what did he say? Like 26 he said a ridiculous amount of money. Like when they give me this and I have to budget inside that. And it was like 26 million or maybe 16 million. Like they give me 16 million, I have to budget through that. And people are like, go to any place and they'll give you 100 million.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's like
you're John Carpenter.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I think he's basing it off the day.
In the last 10
yes.
years, yeah.
If you give John Carpenter money, if you build it, they will come. Yeah. Like for those of you who do not know and lived under a fucking rock
forever,
John Carpenter is the guy that did They Live, The Thing, Halloween,
Escape from New York,
Escape from LA.
Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars featuring Ice Cube, baby.
Ice Cube, baby.
There are ghosts out here this big?
Who was the guy? Was Ving Rhames in that one, or who was the?
What's his name? Jason Statham was in it.
Jason Statham was in it. There were
Natasha Henstridge. Henstridge.
And there were those three
Chris
dudes
knows
that
who
come
I'm
in to
talking
break Ice Cube out or whatever.
I just don't remember who they are.
And then shit goes. Oh, it was so good.
That go. I want to watch it this weekend.
Like Mars.
That movie's so good.
People possessed by Mars ghosts like throwing fucking like saw blades at people.
They have slings that chuck like fucking saw blades or whatever.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that shit.
That movie's so good. What else has John Carpenter done? He's done a lot. Did he do Darkman? The Liam Neeson's?
Didn't he do a vampire movie?
No, that is Darkman.
He did
Liam
like
Neeson's?
some kind of
monster.
It was either a demon movie or
This
a vampire.
monster
It
lives.
might have been a demon movie after.
I can look it up.
John Carpenter.
Because he had that run where he had like The Thing, They Live, and then he did like one with a demon or something or a genie.
John Carpenter has to be like one of my top directors.
Halloween, They
Kurt
Live.
Russell's probably already signed
He
on.
did Prince of Darkness.
He's already signed on.
The Fog. He did Christine, apparently. Or wait, are those are just ones that are
He directed.
Similar.
Vampires.
I think those are
That's
just
what it
similar.
was. That's what I was thinking.
My bad.
Vampires.
Might be.
Big
Wait.
Trouble in Little China.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he directed Christine.
He might have.
Let me check it out.
Its name is Christina.
Maybe he did do all those.
You get its name right.
Director John Carpenter, bitch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that like an exclamation point? to you?
Okay, so for his classic movies, he wrote those, didn't he? Like The Thing, Escape. Like he didn't just direct; he wrote those.
He did
right?
the soundtrack for a lot of them. I know that.
Screenplay was by
He did
Bill
do Vampires,
Lancaster
yeah.
for The Thing. So that story by John W. Campbell. Okay, so he didn't exactly write them, but he did direct them. But that's what
Village of the
directors.
Damned.
But the guy knows how to frame a shot like nobody's fucking business.
It's fucking when you think of classic horror.
Like
this
when
is
you-
this is
when
the
you
father
think
of classic
when
horror.
you think
essentially.
of the
Fog,
thing
yeah.
where like the
Not Psycho.
when you think
Psycho.
of the thing where the
Assault on
camera's like
Precinct
moving
13.
through the fucking like base or whatever, like through the doors,
Yep.
just fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, that Alex. He did Assault on Precinct 13. He directed.
Was that the one?
original
Was
one?
that the one most? Oh, never mind.
No, the original one.
The original one.
Oh, he did Village of the Damned.
He did some movie called Dark Star in 1974.
Oh my God, what else did he do? Oh, he did Season of the Witch, Halloween 2. The one that
Did he?
does the fucking pagan backstory for him being invincible and shit or whatever. Season of the Witch. I never saw that one. Sorry.
You ever seen that one?
I think I have. I can't even remember it. I would have seen it a long time ago. He did Halloween H2O 20 years later. He did a lot of
Trick or
those.
treat.
Did he direct
What
it, or
else
did
did
he
he
like
do?
produce it? Or...
I don't care.
Yeah.
The Silence of the Hams. That's weird.
Wow.
Of the Hams.
Okay, I've gone too deep.
You've gone too deep.
Anyway, I'm excited. I'm sure Kurt Russell will fucking immediately sign up for anything for a mere $1 million, which is cheap for him. So that's awesome. Thank you, Kurt Russell. That's awesome. I'm excited.
Are you fucking?
He does want to make video games too.
Okay, well,
But people won't let him, I don't think.
Walt Disney.
Oh, shut up. Not with this shit again. I had to remember 40 episodes before to get that one. All right, Detective Pikachu. Who's seen it? Who's seen Detective Pikachu?
I never made it.
This
I
guy.
never saw it either.
Because you guys aren't true fans.
I heard.
And
I heard
you're
it's
still
pretty
bitches.
solid.
Still got cards.
It is.
It is
You still got cards, Bryce?
I heard like narrative wise, like some points it lags, but like Ryan Reynolds just fucking
gold.
just.
$1 billion movie. A+. S+. S+.
The thing is,
All the way through.
with the movie, it's a couple dynamics that I really dug about it. You know, it's the center of the story is a mixed kid, and I have mixed kids. You know what I mean? So that shit is super dope for my kids to be able to see and connect with a movie like that. Also, my kids are on some nerd shit. Like I was on some nerd shit when I was little, so it's like dope to see that dynamic come together. But then you have the storyline, and you know it's predictable a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh yeah, I totally see this coming.
I didn't see the twist coming.
You didn't?
I didn't see it coming.
Really?
Did not see it
That
coming.
rollout was just so. Never mind.
Wouldn't
I
it
don't
be
wanna
great if
spoil
they
anything.
like made like a live action like Dragon Ball Z movie that your kids could like enjoy with you?
No.
They already did it. It is a gold.
That was the troll.
They always ruin those.
That movie's great, just like the anime itself. I fucking love Detective Pikachu. Like it was definitely geared for kids. They had a lot of the Kanto Pokemon from the original Pokemon. But then they shoved in a bunch of shit that I didn't know what the fuck
new
it
ones,
was.
like the speaker box ones.
Yeah, the beatbox ones.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm waiting
what is
for
that?
someone to dub it over with Danny DeVito, though.
That would be fun.
Or Gilbert Gottfried.
It was a very good, wholesome movie that was awesome. The nostalgic didn't ting as much as usual for me.
Well, it's a fine line
because it was such a different medium for it. I think that
and it's a fine line between having the nostalgia carry the movie and actually having the actors and actresses carry the movie. And this was a good mix of the two, in my opinion.
Yep. So I recommend it. I think it's like 80% right now audience score on Rotten Tomatoes with the 60% critic consensus, but we don't care about the critics because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They never played Gen 1.
Hard middle finger.
They don't. It's a bunch of fucking old armchair conservatives. They're like, "We'll catch them all." Yeah, it's communism.
Hold on, there was a detective.
You can't have it all.
Was there guns?
You gotta work for it. What?
Was there guns in that movie? I don't think there was guns in that movie.
You do realize that they use the Pokemon as guns, like
there are guns in the real universe though. For
the Pokemon War, they literally used like dropped electrodes out of planes and shit. Like,
really?
Yeah. They don't get into it, but they hint at it in Gen 1 that there was a Pokemon War, especially with Lieutenant Surge, like PTSD Surge.
The only fucking adult to survive. Like, how many adult males do you really see in the original Pokemon games?
Not
right?
many.
Yeah.
Right.
Surge,
Professor Oak,
the dude from the
Koga's pretty
Vermilion
old.
Gym.
Yep.
That Koga.
It seems like the human population is very low in Pokemon. But I think they hinted at it in one of the games or some supplemental thing, whatever, that they fought in the trenches with the Pokemon or whatever and shit like that.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Surge, like, he said he protected, like, Raichu protected him during the war or some shit. In the show, Officer Jenny during the Genghis Khan episode, which is really sad.
Genghis Khan episode?
Genghis Khan episode. She has a gun in her Jeep, and I think she actually brings it out. So guns do exist in the universe, but
but I'm saying, like, when you say Detective Pikachu, people are like, oh, it's gonna be some fucking rickety cop movie where they're shooting all over the place, and it's like that's not even a part of the story.
You are the gun.
What do you mean he's wearing?
Pikachu is
what
the
do you mean
gun.
he's wearing like a Sherlock Holmes hat, isn't he? I don't think of no guns when I think of Sherlock Holmes.
I do, but I don't think of people getting shot with him. I think people getting pistol whipped with him.
Maybe somebody got
like
killed and that's what he's looking to do, I guess.
But yeah, that shit was crazy and it was dope. I think it was really dope.
Yeah, I think Detective Pikachu is definitely worth the watch. But John Wick 3 is going to be worth the watch too this weekend.
Bruh, I'm going to watch it on Tuesday.
Okay, let's are you guys excited for John Wick 3?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm seeing
Are you going to go
this
see
weekend.
it?
I'm more excited for like Godzilla though, but when that comes out,
I want to see both. That's next week, isn't it?
It's like the 29th or 30 something.
Oh, so it's a couple weeks. What'd you say, Chris?
I saw the trailer for that one in the theater for Detective Pikachu. I think that was the first time that I've ever seen the trailer.
The Godzilla
for that
one?
Yeah,
that was a dope trailer too.
Yeah, and
it was
like,
a better
wow.
version of the
probably
previous
the one
one
I've seen already, but
it's probably it's like where they where they cut together like the previous trailers to make it look better.
Yeah, and then too, it's like
that movie looks so good.
My youngest is into
everyone
that
who's
Godzilla
already
shit,
seen it said
so
it's
I
like
gotta do
epic.
it.
So can't wait for it.
Who's seen Godzilla?
Yeah, there's people who get to see
Movie
it
critics,
early.
they get early screenings.
Oh, I
and
suppose.
shit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for John Wick 3. I will see it this weekend probably. For sure I'll see it this weekend. I might see it twice because I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Tuesday.
Next week we'll talk about it.
It's happening.
Stan Lee's former business manager charged with abuse of like exploiting an elder or whatever.
I heard he like kept him away from his family so that they couldn't like the former business manager guy.
Which was like his caretaker, I guess. Or
Pretty much. He like was kicked. Yeah.
What's even sadder is in a AMA that I looked at on Reddit with Kevin Feige. He said that Stan Lee did not get to see the final cut of Endgame, but he was given the full read through. I think is what he said. Yeah, he knew, I can't remember exactly.
He knew
what
everything that was going to happen.
Yeah,
I guess.
So he knew everything, but he did not get to see the final cut. Stan Lee before he died. Super fucking sad. I hope he did read up on it before he died. so at least he knows what happened with his babies. I think they did it brilliantly with Endgame. Did we already talk up Endgame?
Definitely,
I think we talked it up last
definitely
week.
Seems like they did it better than Game of Thrones.
You know,
Okay, so just so everybody is aware, I'm gonna go into bitch mode with spoilers for Game of Thrones episode or season 8, episode 5.
Yep.
So after I am done talking, there will be spoilers. So if you could go ahead and like and subscribe, catch us out next week after you've seen this episode and watch this last part. That would be great. Let us know in the comments how good we're doing. No one's done that yet, so we self-esteem is low. Okay, morale low. We need to know what's going on out there. It's like we're in a post-apocalyptic movie and we're like on the CB every morning.
Even if you say
is
like
someone out there?
even if it's like fucking fatzos or something.
Oh man, yep.
Just talk to us, communicate with us. Oh, I didn't. Maybe there is comments. If any conservative looked on our episode last
Holy
week,
shit, we gotta look on that.
that would be awesome.
I know I
because
pissed tons of people
I want to
off
see
with
triggered
that.
people, especially conservatives, so I can just make fun of them in the comments.
you guys hate him.
I might kill him with kindness, though.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Your opinions are valid.
Yep.
But you're an idiot.
You're no. I'm gonna be kill him with kindness.
No,
all right.
fuck
Anyway,
that. Fuck
so
that.
now we're going to spoiler territory. Season 8, episode 5, Game of Thrones. Huge fucking blowback.
Yep.
Over 900K signatures on Change.org for HBO to redo the last two
It'll
seasons
probably be over 1 million before we finish
of
this
Game of Thrones. Probably to redo the last. And by the way, 1 million is almost 1/8 of the viewers.
Exactly.
Well, the finale is going to be insane for
Yeah.
viewers. That's probably
It's a
going to
large portion of the
be
viewers.
10 million. Yeah, large portion of the viewers.
And what if what's funny is
And to fire the showrunners and to redo season 1 and 2. That's what they did.
Redo.
You mean season 8 or
No, last two seasons.
last two seasons?
Is
7 and
this-
8.
Is this?
What?
I know it for sure said season 8, but
Yep.
yeah, I've heard people say
So is
last
this a
two.
betrayal by the people making the show or a betrayal by the fans?
Here, people.
They thought people would be okay with certain stuff that happened in the episodes that
I
people
heard-
weren't okay with.
I heard an
Well,
opinion.
people don't have to be okay with it.
Yeah,
Well, there's blowback because of it.
but you don't understand what's going on.
it didn't make sense. And it
So all of this hate is validated 100%. Even if you're only a show watcher and a book reader. Even if you're a show watcher, you're probably fucking upset.
didn't.
I watched the show with only show watchers last week. Every single person that we watch it with, I think we had like five or six people there, just show watchers, book and show. Everybody audible during the episode, going like, "The fuck!" Like, this is the shit that everybody was fucking mad. And we were talking during the episode because we were so fucking mad at how bad the fucking writing was and how stupid of a turn the story took.
Yep.
But let me put this into perspective. Someone told me, had an opinion that they thought maybe it was because of the female representation that people are upset about. But I then made them aware.
People are, but
I did make them aware that HBO offered David Benioff and David Weiss. Right, is it Dan Weiss and David Benioff?
D&D.
it's D&D. That's all I know.
D&D, the showrunners. I'll get their names up. HBO offered them more money and an additional season to finish the story. They would have had 10 episodes, season 8, and then they would have had another season to close it off.
Yep.
Which means we wouldn't have had this fucking roller coaster downhill trying to cap everything off as fast as they could. They turned it down and gave us this shit so they could focus on Star Wars, which is their next project.
Get them Disney
And so that's the perspective that everybody's mad at. But they started doing TV show formulaic writing, and which is the quick takes of oh, did this person die? No, they didn't die. Did this person
and
die?
stuff like that.
Yeah, teases, and then this is what you expect. JK, we're gonna do the exact opposite for shock value. Just TV formulaic writing. Like when Guy goes, when you're like, oh my god, this is it. He's gonna finally tell her tell her he loves her. And then he goes up to her and he's like, I ate a bad burrito last night. Tune in for season 9. Maybe I'll let her know that I love her. Maybe I'll let her know that I had another burrito. We'll see where it goes.
Fucking garbage.
But that's what TV shows do, and that's what they did, and they did it. They didn't realize that they had such a short amount of time to close off an extremely complicated story. So they did the TV formulaic writing, which is essentially save every single character, and suddenly they're like, oh, fuck, we got all these fucking characters, now we gotta kill them off in the last 2 episodes.
Yep.
Like, how are we gonna do that? Throw them in there. Just start throwing them in everywhere where there's a sword.
Have people sacrificing themselves for other people, and
just start fucking drop them left and right. We gotta shut it down.
So if you're
Everything must go.
The reactor, they did a fire sale. The reactor's overloading. They gotta shut it down.
If you're trying to secure a Disney bag, though, if you're trying to secure that Disney bag, or you've secured a Disney bag with the Star Wars movies, and they're fucking up on these last episodes, what the fuck do we think they're gonna do with Star Wars?
well, we already know like that Star Wars.
I'll put that into perspective. It's D.B. Weiss and David Benioff are the showrunners, the people who did this and fucked everything for everybody. But the thing is they are amazing at adapting a story, which is what they did for the first however many seasons.
They don't have Papa Giorgio holding their hands anymore.
Yes. So they were good at adapting Game of Thrones, even though they obviously took their own liberties because it's a TV show and they don't have enough time. Yep. But they are good at adapting a story. And then you could tell when they ran out of book, it was panic, roller coaster. The writing, they had no idea what they were doing, essentially. And it is... People are saying this is the end George R.R. Martin wanted, and
they already said that the series the TV is going to end different than the books. Anyway.
Yes, and George R.R. Martin also said millions of times that the TV show will have no effect on his writing for the books because they're in a completely different space, completely better.
It's like the MCU versus like the comics. They're not the same.
Yeah, they're not the same. It's not going to end the same. But So if they adapt a story in the Star Wars universe, it will probably be fantastic. It might be good. But if they are doing an original Star Wars, I would be scared if I was a Star Wars fan. So they're giving the reins for this the most popular TV show of this decade, of this ever, whatever you want to call it. And now the most hated show of like all fucking time. Like, this is worse than Lost writing when they had the writer's strike.
I heard it was at like 40-some% that last episode. The last I saw, it's probably lower.
There are literally people who are like going like right now. They're like, you know what? Lost ending actually wasn't really that bad.
Exactly. This is worse writing than Lost, and it's hard to disappoint an audience as much as Lost did. And okay, so. Do you guys want the spoilers for what's going on?
At least Lost didn't like cram though at the end.
Do you guys want the spoilers for what's going on?
I already looked up what happened.
Do you care?
Go ahead and say it.
So
don't go.
There is an 8. I don't want to go too in depth with it. Let's just say that they have killed story arcs that were essentially a decade in the making. They literally threw them out the fucking window.
Yep.
Jamie Lannister, who was my favorite character, who has possibly the best character arcs, one of the best in the books and the show, his character arc was thrown out the window and went entirely 360 degrees, which is one of those things where everybody was like, the prophecy in the books is like, obviously, it's going to be Jaime that kills Cersei. That's what the prophecy says. You'll be killed by your brother's own hand.
I always thought
people always thought Tyrion would do it, but people are like, Tyrion's too obvious. It's going to be Jaime because he's going to have a change of character because he does throughout the entire books. But then in the show, they're like, this is what you're expecting. 360 degrees. He's going to try to save Cersei and fall in love with her again. After he just spent 8 series pulling himself away from Cersei, traveling up north falling in love with another woman, spending one night with her, taking her virginity, by the way, don't go for my playbook, and then going back south immediately to save Cersei because he's like, I could never leave her. I've tried so many times, but I always ended up back with her. Now I gotta leave you because this is more shocking and not what people expected.
So, do you feel that people from like West Virginia would identify heavily with Jaime Lannister?
Yes.
Okay.
And so they die in a stupid fucking bullshit way, as you would manage. Fan service up the fucking ass with Clegane Bull. Gendry's going to be sitting the Iron Throne at the end of this. That's my theory.
Yeah,
it's Gendry, 100% Gendry, because you want to know why? No one's expecting that. 360 degrees. Series started with my guy Bobby B. Baratheon sitting the throne. 360 degrees. His son, Gendry Baratheon, who's now legitimized, and the Lord of Storm's End sits the Iron Throne because he will be the legitimate heir.
I made a joke about it.
Once the Targaryens are gone, after she kills Jon and Tyrion, Arya kills Daenerys, and Gendry's like, hey guys, you forgot Bobby B was my dad.
That implies that Jaime Lannister is not going to kill Daenerys. They didn't give his character the same send-off they give every other character.
That's what somebody said. Somebody had like a theory he's not dead or some shit.
No, they showed him. They showed him hugging with the bricks falling over him, and it's assumed they died. It's assumed dead. All the exits were blocked off anyway.
All the bullshit shit they've pulled this season already.
They have one
out of the realm of responsibility.
Yes, they have one episode to dig him out of a castle, and he's in the fucking deep ass basement. It's not happening.
I know.
It's not. So that's a stupid send off.
It's like, oh look, we already tried a Baratheon that went well. Let's put another one in charge.
My perfect ending for Jaime Lannister is simply him retiring, and not even getting involved in the final dispute.
Perfect ending for the series is like
in Game of Thrones anyway. The books will be different.
My perfect ending for the series is the daydream ends and Bran decides not to climb that fucking tower.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yep.
And Daenerys always had this within her, but she does a full character fucking arc fuck shit show.
Did you hear when people were expressing how upset they were about that? They said, I don't know how people didn't see that coming, they said.
Because this is
she
why
literally burns people, crucifies people, the whole fucking
This
series.
is why it's going to be Gendry Baratheon sitting on the Iron Throne. Because they are now doing full 360 arcs for every single character.
He's one of the three people I can think of.
Which is Arya is helpless at the beginning, but kind of strong. Really strong at the end. Helpless and kind of strong at the end. And now Jon, he was a bastard that no one cared about, and all the Starks that go to King's Landing die.
Tony Stark.
At 360 degrees. Everybody died at King's Landing. Now Jon's got to die at King's Landing. Daenerys' dad was the Mad King who tried to burn the city that Jaime Lannister killed. But now she has to go full 360. Now she's the Mad Queen.
And she's gonna get killed by Jaime Lannister.
And actually burned everything.
This sounds like garbage.
Whoever wrote this season of Game of Thrones, you are fucking stupid. That's all I have to say. A fucking toddler could write a better fucking season than you have.
Bryce, when Tyrion hides up that dragon's butt and then pops out and stabs Daenerys, you know what's gonna be?
Yeah, when Ant-Man goes up Daenerys' ass. But I would take writer's strike lost over this season of probably Game of Thrones. It sucks because it was one of the best shows ever fucking made. And it literally was thrown in the trash in the last season.
So you don't have any faith that Peter Dinklage is going to be on the throne at the end?
No, he's not. He's not going to. He's going to die. They have so many characters. They still have a bunch of characters left that haven't died. Not saying that every character needs to die.
He might get burned. We'll see.
Well, she's going to try to kill the other two people because Varys.
They already foreshadowed it.
But Varys sent out all the ravens to the other lords that said that Jon.
But that's in the end. That's after Jon. That's after she kills Tyrion and Jon. Then the other lords come, and she gets taken out, and Arya assassinates her, blah, blah, blah. Then Gendry comes in because he's a Baratheon and still legitimized by the throne.
What if they do, like, a redo of, like, the scene...
But what if
where Arya's, like, watching, and they have, like, Jon instead of the dad, and she's gonna, like, behead Jon. But then she does something about it, and they stop it.
Maybe, but I got more to bitch about.
Well, Sansa Stark could end up on the throne.
Who cares? I don't care at this point. Like, honestly,
it's either a Stark or a Baratheon going to be on that fucking throne.
No one expects Gendry, so it's going to be Gendry.
Nobody suspects a Martell either, but you never know. They could fucking go for
the Martells are unbowed, unbent, and unbroken.
Exactly.
They didn't bow to the Targaryens when they first came and took over the Seven Kingdoms.
Yep.
So, but they already fucked up that entire storyline in Dorne, so no one's expecting any return from that.
Yeah.
They already killed Doran. They already killed the Sand Snakes. Like, Euron Greyjoy, they had the most pointless fucking scene to kill him off this last episode.
Well, they introduced him so late in the series, and they were like, if he follows the books, we're never going to get this shit done.
This is a guy in the books who came back from traveling the world for a very long time, killed his brother Balon Greyjoy to take over the Iron Islands. He came back with fucking magic, a patch on his eye, probably a fucking crow. They call him Crow's Eye. He probably didn't have a crow. He probably just had a patch. He came back with the like a horn that controls dragons. That when you blow into it, it burns your throat out.
Yep.
And he had someone test it and burn it. He's currently going to Old Town to perform a blood ritual to summon the drowned gods. Like, this guy is fucking badass. He sent Victarion Greyjoy, a person who's not even in the show, one of the top fighters of Westeros. This is the guy who fights in like full plate on ships, which is something you don't do because if you fall and you sink. This guy, he's called.
It's like Jesus.
He's called. When you first, I think I talked about this before. When you first turn to his POV chapter in the books, it just says the Reaver, and it's like, what? Who the fuck is this guy? And it's him jumping ship to ship in full plate mail, just fucking running through people in a battle. This guy is so fucking bad. He's sending him off to go collect Daenerys to marry Euron back in there. Halfway, he's like, why would I do that? I could have the power. I'm going to marry her myself. So Victarion's going to fucking go to... Because Daenerys in the books, spoiler alert, is not back yet. She's not even in Westeros in the books yet. He's going to marry her. Doran tried to marry her to his son. Failure. Book spoilers. You'll get there. But they had the most pointless scene where they killed him off, where he comes back in shore after losing the fleet from the one dragon. One dragon... Oh, my God. By the way, her dragon, the previous episode that got taken out with a scorpion bolt, easy peasy. And they're like, oh my God, how are we ever going to get past the defenses of King's Landing? JK, I have one more dragon. Proceeds to take out the entire Iron Islands fleet, the Iron Fleet. And then she proceeds to take out the entire perimeter of King's Landing of scorpion turrets.
It's like, wait, I could
blows through the wall, then destroys the keep, the whole city with one dragon.
Yep. So the one dragon that's left, does it like Jon or Tyrion at all?
No. The one that Jon rode on is the one that got shot last episode.
It's like, wait, if I go around,
but Tyrion can't.
They can't turn ballistas that fast. I could just take them all out.
It was stupid. It didn't make any fucking sense. But the thing is they already had a 90-minute battle episode, the previous episode, so they couldn't have a 90-minute battle this episode. So if you can't do it justice, don't even fucking do it. Or extend the season and have another fucking season.
At least tell us.
The Golden Company got both. She destroyed the entire Golden Company that came to reinforce King's Landing with that dragon as well. She literally did the entire thing with one dragon herself.
The dragon's great and all.
The dragon even killed the mountain.
The fire.
It's like, oh my
God. A couple 50
God.
cows would take it down.
I'm sorry, but the writing is so... We gotta wrap this up. The writing's trash. Great acting with what they... It's pretty much the prequels. Star Wars prequels. Think of it as that. That's what it is. They tried their best with what shit they had. If you're not a book reader, watch a show. You need closure. Chris, still watch a show. It's great.
I told you how I gauge whether I watch shows or not. If it ends shitty,
it's based on the ending. You said, "Yep."
I don't do it.
What if the last episode fucking just knocks it out of the park, though? Dude?
It won't.
How are they? Like, what are they gonna do? It seems like they spent a majority of the budget on episode 3. So
it's
what are they
gonna end with Jon Snow fucking just lopping someone's head off with a fucking great sword, just like in the first episode.
Oh, with Ned Stark?
Except it's gonna be a dragon this time.
Well, the episode starts with a...
Is the dragon dying, and who's killing the dragon?
Ooh. Well, Gendry's got fucking Bobby B's Warhammer.
What if he just Warhammers the thing and just kills it? That'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
Or what if...
Oh my god, because...
what if Dorne and Highgarden come and they have scorpions and they fucking just shoot the dragon that dies?
On the Battle of the Trident, Robert Baratheon caved in Rhaegar Targaryen's chest with his Warhammer and he killed the dragon. So Gendry is going to take Bobby B's Warhammer and kill the dragon.
He won't even need the breastplate stretcher, dude.
Oh my god. This show is so good now.
I just fixed the show.
You fixed it. No, honestly, someone has to surprise kill the dragon probably.
Yeah.
So it's
Tyrion's gonna
just like just like the episode prior, episode whatever the fuck it's on 4, where the John's dragon
inside of it.
Yeah, John's dragon gets killed out of nowhere. It'll probably be like that. It's like, oh, dragon! All of a sudden, bolt to head, it's dead.
Yeah, right.
Like the other dragon.
Oh, I found some wildfire. Oh, dragon can't put it out. Oh no.
Yeah. All right. Anybody got anything they want to say? Watch the show. It's great.
Nope.
All right. We already said like and subscribe and all that shit. We'll catch you next time.
Wait.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.